Earlier in this chapter, we talked about nesting a graphic symbol within a movie clip. Well, not only can you nest a graphic symbol within a movie clip, but you can nest a movie clip within a button to create an animated rollover button. That's what we're going to do in this movie. If you're following along, I'm working in 05_animated_rollover.fla in the Chapter 11 folder in the Exercise Files folder. On the stage is our MC Spaceship movie clip that we created and worked with in the last two movies. What I'm going to do is select the movie clip on the stage and then press F8 on my keyboard to convert this movie clip into a symbol. For the symbol name, I'm going to type BTN and then animated with a capital A. I'm going to choose button for the type, top left registration, and click OK. So now on the stage, we have an instance of BTN animated. If I double-click that instance on the stage to enter symbol editing mode, I'll be working in BTN animated, as you can see at the bottom of the timeline, and on the stage, there's a movie clip, an instance of MC Spaceship. So now we have a movie clip inside of a button. And if that's not crazy enough, there's a graphic symbol inside of the movie clip. You can put any symbol inside of any other symbol when you're working in Flash. Let's select the over frame and press F6 on our keyboard to create a keyframe. Then I'm just going to select the hit frame and then press F5 on my keyboard to extend the timeline through the hit frame. So the spaceship will actually be the hit area. Now, let's test the movie and see how this works. Command return on the Mac, Control Enter on the PC. The spaceship animates no matter what. That's not that exciting, so let's close this window. What we need to do is find a way to make this spaceship stop animating in the upstate. Let's go to the upstate and take a look at the movie clip on the stage. In order to make this movie clip not animate, we're going to have to break this movie clip apart so it's not a symbol anymore. In other words, we're going to have to take the spaceship and the fire and make them into shapes. To do that, choose Modify, Break Apart, and watch what happens. Also notice the keyboard shortcut is Command B. So choose Break Apart and watch what happens. The spaceship is a basic graphic. The fire is a graphic symbol. Break Apart breaks an object down to its next editable level. It's as if we took away the movie clip shell from the spaceship and the fire. Because inside of the movie clip, there's the spaceship graphic, which is a shape, and there's the fire graphic symbol. If we chose Modify Break Apart again, the fire would also turn into a shape. But before we do that, we have one problem. Notice that the fire is in front of the spaceship. That's because symbols take precedence over shapes. In other words, because the spaceship is a shape, and because the fire symbol is a symbol and they're on the same layer, the symbol is automatically in front. So what we need to do is create a new layer inside of this button and put the fire behind the spaceship. So let's deselect everything by clicking in the pasteboard or the gray area off the stage. Then select the fire graphic, and to cut it, I'm going to press Command X on my keyboard. That's Control X on the PC. Let's rename layer 1 to Ship, then create a new layer. We'll call the new layer Fire, and place the fire layer below the ship layer. And now we'll paste the fire that we cut from the ship layer by pressing Shift Command V. On the PC, that's Shift Control V. Remember, that's the keyboard shortcut for Edit, Paste in Place. If we tested the movie right now, we would have a still spaceship on frame 1 or on the up frame of the button, and then an animating spaceship with still fire behind it on the over frame. So we'll need to create a blank keyframe on the over frame of the fire layer. That way you won't see the fire that's not animating behind the fire that is animating. So select the over frame of the fire layer and press F7 on your keyboard to create a blank keyframe. And that way the fire only exists on the up frame. Now let's test the movie and watch this in action. Press Command Return on the Mac, Control Enter on the PC. Notice that the ship is not animating, and then when we roll over the ship, the fire animates. When we roll out, the fire stops animating. Let's close this window, and there's how to create an animated rollover button.